Am I the asshole for sending my boyfriend a photo of me at the hospital? I, 20 female, was recently admitted into a hospital for a night due to a serious but non-life-threatening illness. I was completely out of it for several days with horrible pain before my roommate convinced me to get medical help. She took off work to stay with me in the hospital, and I can't express how much her support has helped as my own family lives too far away. Now, I've been dating Sam, 19 male, for about 9 months. He knew I was sick, and so I texted him when I was first going into the hospital to update him. Since he was working, he didn't read the message until much later. I've sent him around 6 texts updating him with what the nurses were saying and including a photo of me on IV giving a thumbs up. It was my first time ever in the hospital, and I just wanted to keep the shitty situation as lighthearted as possible. He responded a few hours later with a thumbs up, and that was all. I asked if everything was all right, because you should be the one asking him that. And he said,
"Yeah, just you being in the hospital is giving me a lot of anxiety, and I'd rather not see you looking like that."
I told him that was okay and didn't message him for the rest of the night, not thinking much of it. The next afternoon, his mom called me asking if I was okay. She had the impression that I sent him the hospital photo after he told me not to share any information and was disrespecting his request. There are about 37 problems with this statement. She reminded me that his grandfather only died a year earlier, where Sam had to spend a lot of time in and out of the hospital, so the updates were making him grieve all over again. I apologized to her and sent him a text saying that I didn't mean to hurt his feelings. He left me unread. My roommate thinks I didn't do anything wrong at all and he's being too sensitive and immature for involving his mom. Personally, I think this is a bit unfair, as he was really close with his grandfather and struggles with anxiety. I feel really guilty, as I know how mental health can be, and never want him to suffer. Am I the asshole? Update! This morning I woke up to a text from Sam asking for a break. He told me he needed to focus on himself and that there's just too much drama in this relationship. I agree. Me too. I've been with Sam through all of his anxiety attacks, holding him crying in my arms more times than I could count. He has never done the same for me. I've made excuses over and over again for this behavior. I've begged him to go to therapy and he's always refused. The hospital stay and your comments have been eye-opening. Oh, and his mom?
She reminded me to let go of my feelings and do what's best for me. I'm starting up therapy because I'll be needing the support when you're gone.
I actually laughed out loud at that one. She hasn't reached out to me yet, and I hope she never does. My roommate and I are figuring out how to end things once and for all. So yep, that's it for now. Feeling a lot of emotions, but I know it's for the best. Ooh, how dare you end up in the hospital, and how dare you try to keep your loved one updated through this process? I mean, ending it was a really smart idea, and no, obviously you're not the asshole. Your boyfriend, hopefully ex-boyfriend by this point, has a lot of issues to work through that are going to affect his ability to live life. Figuring out how to deal with your anxiety so it doesn't affect your relationships is going to be pretty important. Same with grief. Everyone has different triggers for grief, but everyone has to figure out how to deal with those and still, continue living and not let it harm their relationships. He's only 19, so I can't be too harsh here. He's going to learn a lot about life soon. And his mom's not going to be there to protect him forever, so figure that one out too. At 20 years old, this seems like a lot for you to have to take on. Live for a while. Life's going to get complicated on its own later on. You don't need to help it. I think you did the right thing. Get out of there.